So let's get into it. We have an awesome guest with us today, Kimy Brennan. What's up, sis?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hi. I'm so happy that you're here, girl.
Me too.
We're going to get into all the things.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Girl, you got a story the people need to hear.
I guess so.
Yes. So one of the things that I've been asking every woman, what's a leadership woe that you're facing? And I already know what I really want to hear about. Now
she's doing like when people get invited, like to
I'm
these
ready.
interviews, and the person already knows the question's coming. It's coming.
Oh, it's coming because we're gonna spill the tea. So I follow you on TikTok and I love what you're doing. You are such a great example. I've watched you create some videos in your room on Instagram like 3 years ago, like kind of just fumbling through it. And now you're a whole influencer. And if I would want anyone to be an influencer, I would want you to be an influencer. You are a dope role model, especially for youth. So thank you so much for what you're doing and all the time it takes to put together that content. Already know, girl. So anyway, you're doing all this on social media, on TikTok, and recently there was a troll that came after you. Why did she come after you?
Oh my goodness. So I posted on TikTok. It was this trend that was going along, and I don't remember exactly what it was. It's probably still up, so you can go and check it out. But I had posted just the quote, "Oh, so you want to be a pastor? You can't because you're a woman." And then it was basically like, "Oh, well, too bad. Like, I'm just going to do it anyway, right?" And that was just to be like empowering rather than to be kind of like divisive in any way. It was supposed to be empowering for young women to see like, hey, you know what? I'm with you in the struggle of wanting to be a woman leader when so many other people just don't encourage that, right? So I posted it and it kind of started blowing up a little bit. I mean, I'm not viral or anything like that in any means, but it started to blow up a little bit. And I had this girl who apparently is a Christian influencer on TikTok. And she just started to comment on these things and bring up scripture and like, hey, you can't preach. You can't. The only thing you're called to is like children's ministry or like things like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm trying to be respectful in that. My students brought it up to me because they were like, do you know who that is? I was like, no, some girl on TikTok, and they're like, yeah, I follow her. Like I watch her content. I repost her content and all this stuff. And I was like, well, that's how she acts. So I don't know why you're still following her. And they were like, all right, unfollow, right? But in that moment of just conversation with them, some of what they began to share with me was, oh yeah, like I started to notice, she said, oh, Christian TikTok's toxic. And so I'm leaving it. And I was like, yeah, maybe because of some of those comments, right? Instead of being a united front of Christians on TikTok, we're putting out content and then tearing each other down. Like, what is that? You know what I mean? So yeah, I got to have some really good conversations based around that. And someone kind of popped up on my TikTok and was defending me in a lot of ways. And I was like, oh yes, let's go. That was meaningful to me. And then kind of found out she was connected to UYWI and Cherie.
No, wait, I didn't connected to me.
Yeah, Ashley.
Oh, you were telling Ashley who was your advocate. I thought you were talking about the troll. I'm like, I don't know the troll.
No.
I don't have anything to do with the troll.
No, she came up and she started, started defending and talking about judges and all this stuff. And I was like, thank you, sis.
Come on.
And I spoke very directly to this girl who was trying to call me out. And I was like, hey, listen, I don't argue on social media. So if you do want to have a conversation, like DM me, we'll talk. Well, I'll give you my number. Shoot, we'll FaceTime or something. And needless to say, I did not get a DM. I did not get a response.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I landed. And some of the, if I can say even like the leadership woe in that is just this lack of respect for women, whether it be on a social platform or it be on a literal platform, right? While you're preaching in a church, you have these people who are either silently judging or they're already disqualifying you before you speak.
Right.
They're already coming up with these ideas of why you're not qualified to talk to me. And so that's kind of what that brought up for me in a lot of ways.